Now you know how to draw the ray diagram for the image formation by two plane mirrors held parallel to each other. Today we will discuss another case. How many images will be formed if the plane mirrors are held perpendicular to each other? Two plane mirrors are there and I am holding these mirrors perpendicular to each other. Angle between these mirrors is 90 degree. Okay. If the object is in between, how many images will be formed? We have to draw diagram for that. Let us do the work. First, I will discuss a little about that. Listen to me carefully. After that, we will draw the diagram together. Okay? Here, one mirror, that is M1. Another mirror, M2, and M1 is perpendicular to the mirror M2. Imagine one object is here, object O. There is no doubt image of this object will be formed behind the mirror M1 because light falls on the mirror and from the mirror light will be reflected and one image will be formed. And image of this object O will be formed by the mirror M2 also. So here this is the object distance, okay, behind the mirror somewhere here one image will be formed. Is there any other possibility? That is what we are going to discuss. Okay. First let us take two rays from the object O which fall on the mirror M1 and just show the image formation. Well, so two rays. These rays will be reflected from here, from the mirror, obeying laws of reflection. As we have already discussed, instead of measuring the angle of incidence and angle of reflection, we will make our work easy. How? First we will show the image position. Okay. And we know that object distance is equal to image distance. Yes, here this is the object distance. Well, so I1 is the image behind the mirror broken line. Okay. Yes, I1 is the image formed by the mirror M1 and similarly one image will be formed by the mirror M2 also. So the light rays fall on the mirror M2 will be reflected from here, okay, as if it diverges from this point. Yes. So from here, observer can see one image here and one image here. Okay, sorry, let it be I2. Okay. Is there any other possibility? Yes. Let us take another case this way. Two rays from the object O fall on the mirror M1 this way. These rays will be reflected. These two rays, they are coming from the object O. So these rays will be reflected from the mirror M1 and image will be formed. Where? Here. Because that is the object distance. Object distance must be equal to image distance. Okay. So So I can do the work very easily. For the mirror M2, these rays appear to diverge from I1. See, appear to diverge from I1. That means for the mirror M2, I1 is an object. Yes, I1 is the virtual object for the mirror M2. Okay, so image of this I1 will be formed by the mirror M2 behind the mirror M2. So we have to take the perpendicular distance of I1 from the mirror M2, and that is the object distance. We will take the same distance behind the mirror M2 and show the position of a image. Well, for that, let me extend this. Okay. So this is the perpendicular distance. Till here perpendicular distance, same thing. Okay. So one image will be formed here. Let me call it I3. I3 is the image formed by the mirror M2 of which object? Of the object I1. I1 is a virtual object. Okay. So these rays will be reflected. But please understand, these rays appear to diverge from I3. Good. Is there any other chance? Yes, one more. Here I have taken the rays which fall on the mirror M1. From there, the rays get reflected and fall on the mirror M2. From the mirror M2, again it gets reflected and it reaches the observer. Well, one more possibility is there. Let me draw. Consider the rays which fall on the mirror M2. These rays are from the object O, fall on the mirror M2. So image will be formed behind the mirror. Object distance will be equal to image distance. That means these rays will be reflected and fall on the mirror M1. But no doubt these rays appear to diverge from I2. Okay. See these rays. Well, now these rays fall on the mirror M1. This is M1, okay? These rays fall on the mirror M1, appear to diverge from I2. That means for the mirror M1, I2 is the object. That's a virtual object. So image of I2 will be formed by the mirror M1. Where? Behind the mirror. So I have to take the perpendicular distance of a virtual object I2 from the mirror M1. Okay. Now I can take object distance. This is the object distance. See? That's interesting. Now, here this object distance and this one is the distance of a image, and you are getting the fourth image at the position of I3 itself. So two images are overlapping here, I3 and I4. So you will see only one image. Okay. Well, I have to show that a reflected ray also. I forgot. So, when two plane mirrors are kept perpendicular to each other and an object is kept in between, how many images will be formed? So let me say this is the position of, let me represent it by the letter P. P is the position of object, and then one image P1, and here I3 and I4, two images are overlapping. Okay, so I am representing the position by P2, and here another image P3. So three images are formed. It's completely messed up. So in the examination, if you are asked to draw the diagram to show the image formation by two plane mirrors kept perpendicular to each other, don't go for all these ratio. Okay, you will make our work easy. Take your pencil, paper and ruler. Take your eraser also. Okay, then draw along with me. So first we will make the mirrors. For that I will do like this. Two perpendicular lines, and this one represent the mirror M1. This will represent mirror M2. And here this is only to take the distance, perpendicular distance. Okay, only for our estimation. So broken line, no mirror is there. Okay, well, now let us keep the object here, and this is the position of object. I am representing it by the letter P. P is the position of a object. If you remember, P, then we got P1, P, P1, P2, P3. That was the rectangle, isn't it? We will draw that rectangle first. I am just telling you how to draw the diagram in the examination hall. Okay, to save your time. So let us do that. What I am doing? I am taking the object distance is equal to image distance. Okay, so P1 will be here. Well, P2 will be somewhere here, no? So I will draw the broken line. Okay, this from here to here, that is object distance. Okay, here this will be the position of image. Two images are overlapping, no? That position will be P2. From here again, I will make a broken line. This is the object distance, image distance, and this is the image position, third image. Well, so we'll draw this one first, okay? Then what will we do? Then let us take two rays. We are not showing all the rays, okay? P is the position of object, okay? I am drawing a point object, From here, two rays will be taken. Now these rays will be reflected from M1 as if it is diverging from P1. Okay. Behind the mirror there are no rays, so we will use broken line, isn't it? Okay. Now these rays from the mirror M2 will be reflected as if the rays are diverging from the position P2. For the third image, we are just showing the position only. We are not showing the rays. We can do that, but the diagram will get messed up, isn't it? Okay, this is enough. So, P, that is the position of object.